Okay, everybody. I think this is the moment we've been waiting for. It's been 2 full days and a little bit of Friday night. And we are here at the leather pocket of the first annual Len Sbitney Memorial Tournament. And we have our final. Our final is going to be Ben Francis, our very own Calgary and in-house pro and manager here, versus Stan the Man Tarango. This is going to be a great match. I don't know if you didn't catch the B-side final. Stan made short work of Jesse Nowak, who was playing like a beast himself for a while there. He had a great weekend, and watching with no sound. Good. Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were saying I didn't have any sound. So this should be a match, and it is a true double dip. So I don't know if people are cheering for more pool or if they're going to live with. No, that's not the right. That's not the right one. We need to get YouTube going here. Oh, there we go, live. There we go. So I've got everything going. Kevin Martin, welcome. He's my teammate on my Tuesday and Wednesday teams. Good to see you. There is going to be a match. So before we get started, they're going to still hit a couple balls here, but this is the trophy generously donated by Brian Siwick. Brian was in the tournament, and he's obviously not in it anymore. These were down to the last two, but he is a gentleman and a scholar, and again, I can't say enough nice things about Brian. He's been awesome, and he donated this trophy. The players these two each get one of these take-home trophies. Yeah, they each get one of these take-home trophies, and I know that Ben, talking to him, he is so happy that he's in this spot. He wanted to be on the big trophy, but he wanted to do this for Len, because Len was like a second father to him in many ways. Ben's done a lot of his growing up in this pool hall, and you're going to see the lag here, maybe, and we are going to have a special guest commentator. And he was playing in this tournament, and he finished 5th, 6th. We have Stephen Folan.
Yeah, you pronounced it right.
I got it right.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to let Stephen introduce himself and say a few words. And we see that Stan won the lag, so go ahead, take it away.
Yeah, thanks for having me in again. This has been a great tournament. This is my favorite thing to do right now, commentate on the two guys that beat me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it was. No, Ben played great. They both played great against me, but the 9-ball, he even though it went hill, he deserved to win because he was the better player in that match. He outplayed me, but he pretty much broke and ran all of his breaks. Maybe not all of them, but he was making balls on his break, and I wasn't breaking great. And I just managed to kind of grind my way back.
Well, lost the cue ball.
Not a great start for Stan.
Nope.
Yeah, and in this format where it's alternate breaks, doing something like that, scratching on the break, and if Ben can run these out,
that can put you down 2 quick games.
Yeah, he's like, well, not the momentum, the what do you call it? The advantage goes to Ben here, and it does look like everything's open here. The 2 does go by the 8, I believe.
Well, and you're right on that, because Ben lost the lag, but now he's taken back, home field advantage, so to speak.
Yeah. So yeah, he just came around and looked at the angle he wants on the 2 to get to the 3.
Yeah, he's stroking confident.
I like what he did there. he went to the rail. He kind of put the cue ball on the wrong side of the 1 and straightened it back.
Yeah.
To get a good angle on the 2, and he wanted to get an angle to just nudge that 5 ball into a more desirable location. You know, it was makeable from where it was, but I think he just wanted to just, you know, just move it. He could have left it there, but
yeah. Yes, Tiffany, the true double dip is in place here. So if we get a nice hill match here and Stan gets to pull it off, we get to do it all over.
Okay, so Ben is looking at this 4 ball.
James Brinson, we did show the B-side final. You missed it. It was 47 minutes. It went quick.
Yeah, Ben's slightly off angle here. I don't know whether he's... I don't think he can hold it for the 5 in the lower left corner as we look. He might have to go forward and play the 5 in the side, maybe where the cue ball is.
With that angle, the 6 plays big. He could nick that.
Yeah, I think he can manage it. Like, I don't think it's... Yeah, a player of Ben's ability, he can negotiate around that. I don't think he's worried about that. I think he's just wanting to make sure he gets good on the 5.
Yeah.
But he's going to go all the way around 3 rails. 1, 2, and the 3rd one. That was what he was worried about, that he was going to just overrun it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and in those situations, sometimes it might have been, you know, a situation where he could have let it go even further and played the 5 into the lower left. He would have had a longer shot, but he would have been guaranteeing himself a look at it. You know, he's still okay here. He can play the 5 into the lower right as he planned. Oh, he's addressing the other pocket.
He's cutting it, yep. Wow.
Yeah, he's feeling it.
He is. Look at that. That is just a great shot. Sorry, I got to pay attention to these two.
Oh, yeah.
I've got the Facebook comments and then the YouTube comments over here. So that's if I see me doing this, I'm just reaching over to refresh them.
You're just trying to hold my hand, aren't you?
Oh, jeez, he caught me.
Yeah, it would be fitting for Ben to win this. You know, he's the manager here and, you know, steps into the role of the manager of the leather pocket, and I think he's doing a great job, and he will continue to do a great job.
I think so, too.
Yeah, but Stan ain't no slouch. Don't worry, no. Don't kid yourself.
So how far does he want to run this up? Just about halfway?
It's hard for me to tell. He doesn't want to get straight, though. But, yeah, he's under it, so that's good. Yeah, he deliberately did that. He didn't want to get straight.
So he's going to come above the 8, take it back down in this pocket.
Yeah, I was saying to Grant the other day when I'm watching on TV, I'm actually pretty bad at figuring out what angles they have. And,
right.
And so I often make bad calls, you know.
You asked to commentate. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
He says, I want to have a chance here to commentate the final. Yeah. I make bad calls.
Well, I make bad calls on, like, if I know the angle, I usually make a good call, but sometimes I don't see the shot right on the TV.
Did everybody see how subtly Ben had that little check spin that just kept it, brought it a little outside for him? Gave him a little more room between the 9 ball and his white ball. He was going towards it and had that little check spin, and it came back out. It was nice. So you can see it here, and
so yeah, one thing Ben did against me, he was just breaking great. He was making that wing ball pretty much every time. Oftentimes he would make the 1 ball as well, but yeah, you'll see he'll break from the left side as we look, and just watch out for that wing ball. In this case, it's going to be the 7, the brown 7. And the 1 ball, I think he's trying to get the 1 ball to
come up.
Yeah, bounce below the side pocket and up towards the top left pocket.
Yep.
And I believe he's slightly cutting the break.
He said that was his one problem with it. He was making the wing ball, as you described, and he's just coming up short. So the white ball ends up somewhere here, and the 1 ball ends up closer to the rail rather than in front of the pocket.
But watch how he's not going to pop these and leave the cue ball in the middle. The cue ball's going to go to the left rail. So, and I think that's helping the 7 ball go in. Well, this time he didn't do it. But he
But
did
again,
make.
it
But,
fire it right into that
but
wing
he did
ball.
make the wing ball,
Yeah.
and he does have a shot on the 1.
And he's about, yeah, he's got a shot. But again, this is what he was saying. He's hoping when we were talking to him between the matches.
Yeah.
He's hoping to leave the white ball in front of that pocket. And he's always coming up just mid table, mid rail.
Yeah. So he can just focus on making this one and just run the cue ball up and down the table. But he elects to play the safe, which is probably a little more prudent.
Sorry about that. I had a question there. So he played safe?
Yeah, he could have shot the 1, but I think it was, the smarter thing to play a nice safe. I think he would have liked to have got that cue ball closer to the 2 ball and really jammed him up.
Right.
But Stan might chase the 9 here. Who knows? Bank the 1 into the 9. But I think Stan's just such an astute player and tactician, and he's going to make sure this white ball, this cue ball, is going to be in a good spot.
Right.
Yeah, he's gone back for his playing shaft, so, or actually, no, he's gone back for his break shaft. So obviously he only needs to hop over the edge of the ball. Oh no, it is his break. Sorry, his jump cue.
Yeah, I think he's only got a half a ball to get over.
Yeah,
there, right?
he's gonna get over this 2 ball, but I wonder what he's gonna try and do for safety.
Oh,
just cut it in.
That is a crazy good effort.
Yeah, that was sick.
That was well deserving of falling. Wow.
Yeah, and I think Ben's just gonna, just cut this 1 ball in and have that cue ball run up the left rail, and just float up for the 2 into the corner pocket where the cue ball is right now. I don't think he really wants to spin it. Well, he's looking at it now. Yeah, so maybe behind me, you have a better look behind when you're behind the ball.
Right.
He feels probably he can control this better.
I hit it perfect.
Yeah.
Get off the rail.
He got to exactly where he pointed. I think he wanted a little bit of a bounce. He's okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to do anything special here. He can just roll it in and just play the 3 ball into the right middle. And then from there, it should be fairly straightforward. What does prudent mean? I guess it means, wise, or, doing the right thing, or just doing the wise thing.
Yeah, he's feeling confident.
So it looks like is he straight in on this 4 ball? Can he just zip it straight back, or does he have a slight angle here? If he's got an angle, he may go to the side rail, but again, see, I have a hard time figuring out what the angle is here.
He's digging.
Yeah, so he did have to go by the 8.
Yeah.
And this is perfect because the 6 doesn't go by the 9, so he has to play the 6 ball into the same
across.
pocket. Yeah. So he didn't want to get straight on that 5.
Nothing but net. He's hitting these perfect.
Yeah, I think both these players are great. I'd say that Ben might have the advantage slightly. I only say that because Stan's been playing a lot of 8 ball for the last few hours.
That's what I said, yeah.
He's coming from the small table to the big table. Ben's been playing on this table for the last couple of matches, so he's dialed in, and he's been looking at rotation on a 9-foot. So, and he's up 2-0.
He's up 2-0. He's looking strong, and again, that opening break where Stan scratched, right? That's Ben kept serve, so now he's got the advantage the rest of the way.
Absolutely.
Oh, we have a question for you on YouTube. Blaine asks, what did you and Albert race to last night?
We raced to 9.
And who won?
Oh, yeah, I got him 9-6.
9-6. And they put me in a bad spot. They made me make a call as a ref.
He did a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, Tiffany, he is in the zone.
Yeah.
But you know what? Stan's been around the block a fair few times, so he's not going to feel, you know, the heat. You know, well, I mean, he's just such a professional, and
and
he's been in this situation so many times. He's just going to play his game and get on with it. You know, and you know, Stan's very capable of, like, you know, putting racks together and.
Well, and Alan Wang told me that. Alan said that he had Stan down 5-0, and Stan came back and won 7 in a row and put Alan on the B side.
Yeah, there you go.
And then, well, earlier in the day, Nick had him down 4-0, had an easy shot on a 9 to go up 5-0.
Yeah.
And bobbled it, and then Stan came back when, you know, got to the hill first.
Yeah.
And then Nick was able to squeeze out the win in. Hill.
Watch out, 6-ball here. The 6-ball played big, and he just needed to make sure he got perfect on the 2, but didn't make the 1.
Yeah.
Sorry, I cut you off there.
Yeah, no, but that's. I mean, he's had 2 situations where he was down, you know, something to O, you know, something high to O, and he was in both. He came back in both of those matches. So you're right.
Yeah.
He's that experience. You just can't take that away.
Okay, so I think Stan is, so Ben put up his hand, so I do believe that Stan is partially obstructed by the 6-ball.
He is. Yeah.
He's got his jump cue out again. I'm sure he can see a side of it, but he doesn't want to hit that side. He wants to either make this ball or try and get the cue ball in behind the 8.
He was definitely trying to make it.
And
he got.
Yeah, he's left this for Ben.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, you know, like, Ben's in the zone. He's shooting good. He's, you know, he's hot right now, and things like this happen. You know, like, your opponent will, you know, put the balls all the way around the table and just leave you a straight-in shot. You know, and when you're struggling, the opposite happens. It's just, you know, the pool gods are not nice. Well, what did I just do?
That is correct, sir.
Yeah.
That is called the commentator curse.
When you watch this back, Ben, I do apologize. Yeah, this is a tough spot. It's not. Well, I was going to say it's not an easy ball to hit and get safe. It's not an easy ball to hit, period.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think he can go 2 rails to the lower right pocket. I think he's too much behind the 5. Right. There is a shot here that's kind of fun. He could hop the cue ball into the rail, and over the 5 ball. Because
I think he's only jumping half the 5 ball.
What's that?
I think he's only popping over half the 5 ball, right?
Well,
you think he'd call it to play it, call it to make it, or call it to hit it? If you're playing that shot.
Well, he doesn't have to call it.
No. But I mean, if you're, I understand that. But I mean,
oh man, if I'm going, I'm just trying to hit the ball.
You're just trying to. Okay, that's what I mean.
Yeah, but I mean, you would kind of maybe choose a side and try and, like, you know.
Right.
But I wouldn't compromise hitting the ball to try and make it, you know, because if you're trying to cut it, you might hop over the edge of the ball doing that.
Of course.
But yeah, Ben's kind of in a awkward little spot here. Yeah, but I think he would have looked at the hop.
Oh, just missed it.
Yeah. All right, so Stan really needs to win this rack, just to get on the board, to start feeling loose, and, you know, not let the match start to kind of, you know, drift away a little bit. So you feel that he has to get out here. I mean, it is only 2-0 right now, but 3-0 in a race to 7 alternate breaks against a guy who's hot.
Yeah, Blaine liked your idea of the rail jump. We're not going to talk about that. He did. He came back and he won 2 matches today. playing
Yeah,
with the short stick.
there was a question in Facebook chat, about someone that was playing last night. It's interesting that Stan is putting the cue ball so far away from this 3-ball. Oh, sorry, he had the 2-ball. Sorry, I took my eyes off things. So I was like, that seems an odd spot to put ball in hand. Yeah, he's okay here.
Yeah.
I think he'll just one-rail this. And I called it wrong, see?
Yeah. I do see now.
Yeah. I mean, if I was behind the shot, I would have probably played 2 rails. But from the TV, I thought he could have just bumped it 1 rail. Got to kind of where he got with the 2 rails.
Yeah.
He's landed slightly the wrong side of the 6, I think. But the 7 does go past the 8, so he's just going to go forward.
Stroke, yeah.
And I like what Stan did there. You know, I may have tried to go 1 rail and spin it to get the cue ball up, but he just went across the table and just took this slightly longer shot. It's the more sure way of being on the 7. Yeah, Stan rarely makes incorrect decisions.
Yeah.
You can learn a lot from watching him play.
That's correct, Muddy Mo. Stan does have to double dip, and it's a true double dip. So if Stan does win this, they will move over to the 7-foot, play 8-ball, race to 6. All right.
There we go,
2-1.
Yeah. And if it does go to the 8-ball, I don't think I'll be commentating because I don't know how to play 8-ball to save my life.
All right. So again, I'll remind everybody what these players are playing for. They're playing for personal trophies. And this trophy here is the big trophy that will stay in the bar, in the pool hall, and generously donated by Brian Siwick. All right, let's get this back.
Okay, let's watch out for this 3-ball, see how consistent he's making this. And I'm going to be watching the cue ball as well, see if it just stops in the middle or if it goes to the rail. Yeah, that's what he was doing against me. He was going to the rail. Now, the only real issue is the 5-ball, but I don't think it's that big a problem. He can get in there and make it. So, but he just wants to make sure he has a nice angle on it, you know. He doesn't want to be too steep.
Well, and the 7's in the middle, you know. So if you can get on that, you can get on the 7 really easy.
Well, he's got the 6 before that as well.
Oh, yeah, I missed the 6. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Well, the 6 is it's okay too.
I looked right past it.
If he can get his cue ball to the middle of the table after the 5, he should be good. So he's just got to. The thing about this shot here, he can't just draw it back because the 7 is there. So he may have to just kind of slide it across and accept a bit of a cut on the 4. That's what it looks like to me.
Yep.
You know, he just had to accept what the table gave him.
Yeah.
If that 7 wasn't there, that cue ball would have been nearer the head string. Yeah, this shot here, it's going to be about speed and a good line. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to have to, you know, cut it in, have the cue ball go to the head rail, to the foot rail, and back out, unless he can roll it and just hold it, which is what he's decided to do. And he's left himself a bit of a cut on this 5. I expect him to make it. You just kind of, you just have to be very mindful of your speed control because this could get away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know he's thin cutting it, but if he slightly cuts it too thin, that cue ball can end up with another 2 or 3 feet. You know what I mean?
Look at that.
Well, he may like this in the side, or if it keeps going,
bang.
He's landed exactly where he didn't want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. He could bank it. The only problem is the 7 doesn't go up in the corner, so you'd have to go, you know, 3 rails or draw at 2 rails for the 7 in the side. Which he did draw it. And let's see what kind of a roll he gets.
Oh.
Well, I'm kind of behind this shot. The 6 does go past the 8.
Go.
It doesn't have the entire pocket, but
enough.
yeah, and he can play into the pocket facing a little bit if he needs to, just to keep it away from the 8. So yeah, I expect Stan to knock this in.
Oh, yeah, nice shot.
I'm always terrified on those shots of getting a skid, you know, because that angle there that he had is a prime candidate for getting a skid.
Yeah. Well, should be an easy finish for him now.
Well, hopefully he didn't put the curse on him. Yeah, Ben and Stan on Sunday night is prime time. That's for sure. Yeah. Well, this is, you know, we're back at even Stevens if he knocks this in, and it'll be a race to 5 from here.
And Stan is on the board again. 2s. We have 2s for these guys.
Yeah, I got beat by Stan on the B side 7-5, and I said, look, I had to go easy on you because if I had beaten you, I didn't want to sit in a car with you for 10 hours and hear all about it. So, you know, I'm just kidding. I did say that to him, but I was joking. Stan plays great. Yeah, if I ever beat Stan 8-ball, something weird happened.
Yeah, we're over 200 on Facebook. That's good. We got 77 on YouTube. Well, we got to smash that share button. Come on, people. Let's get this up there. This is some fantastic pool right here.
Let's watch the wing ball here for Stan. See if he's going to copy his cue ball to the side rail break. Yep. Well, his cue ball went the other way.
2 out of 3 breaks.
That's kind of a big no-no when you're breaking 9 ball, is to cross over to the other side.
Yeah. 2 out of 3 breaks down the albino subway.
That's the first time I've heard that one. Do we have another angle that we can go to? I just want to see what the situation is with the 2 by the 5. Yeah, it doesn't go.
Somebody moved the camera.
Oh. Well, at least it did. Well, we can see what we need to see, but yeah, that 2 doesn't go by the 5. So, or the 5. Yeah, interesting. So he can just like play a stop shot and play the 2 down in this corner if he likes, but he's looking at playing the 2 in the side. Yeah, I don't think he could go for the 3 foul here, but like I don't, you know, he's just feeling so good that he just wants to run him.
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah. If you're not feeling it and you're kind of a bit tentative, or if it was hill, you might go for it, but Ben is in a pool playing mood. Can we flip back to that angle? I just want to have a look at this 2 ball now on the side. What angle? He's the wrong side of it. Yeah, he has to run through the 4, so he's going to be bumping the 4 here. But you know what? He's bumping the 4 to near the hole, so now he can just focus on making the 3. So that was pretty smart of him now. That was all he could really do.
Yeah.
So he's got, depending on how he wants to shoot it, I think he's going to play with a nice follow stroke, avoid the 9. He can land anywhere.
Yeah.
And he's anywhere in you know, the middle of the table is perfect. Either side of the 4, straight on the 4. He was able to put all of it into the 3. You know, just don't even need to think about shape. Now, ideally, he wants to play the 6 into the same hole as the 5. So he's gonna, I think he'll want to leave himself a nice steep angle. or underneath it, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
You'll just slide this up the rail.
Yeah, and this is a personal preference for a lot of players. Some players like to sneak behind the 6, and other players like to draw out.
Right.
The nice thing about drawing out is that you're going to have an angle where your cue ball's going back to the rail for the 8.
Right.
If you sneak under it, you can end up with a weird angle where you have to...
A reverse angle.
Yeah, reverse angle. Like, so just as, like I said, so you've got this weird angle now.
So now he's got to go across and back.
Yeah, and he's also going to be, you know, stretching over. He doesn't have a comfortable cueing angle unless you're a lefty, you know, like he's going to be really stretching here.
Right.
He's fine, like he's going to be okay, but that's just one of the little considerations that you want to think about when you go that way. And maybe he didn't have the best angle to draw out and stay to the left of the 6, but I trust that Ben's choosing the correct path. You know, he's playing so great.
Yeah, waggled a bit there.
Yeah, that's the problem with that as well, because you have to hit it. You're kind of playing it into a blind pocket.
Yeah.
You can, like...
Worked out perfect.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
Well, that's a good rebuttal to Stan's win in that last one.
Wow, there. So we got Lincoln City tuning in, and we got
Kentucky.
Kentucky, James Brinson and Joseph Newcomb. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. That makes it 3 for Ben, 2 for Stan. We'll talk about a couple of our sponsors here. We have DCL Labor and Contracting, Inc. That's Ben DeWolf. Does bridge contracting and other contracting. We have John Ditto, Realtor in Calgary, Remax Realty Professionals. And we have Aaron Arganoza from Royal Oak Nissan. Of course, we have our Nick from Nick's Q Innovation. He was in this tournament. He finished 4th. So he had a great tournament. And then we have JB Case Custom Cases. They protect your cues and they give you a lifetime warranty. If you have any damage to your cues in transit, they will replace them.
I think have they not? They've driven cars over their cue cases, right?
They have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because there's some knockoffs out there that look the same. They look like the JB cases.
Yeah.
They look and sound like them, but they're not the same. They're not the same.
They're not the same at all.
Yeah.
No. And then we got the Jacoby Black. I have 2 of them. I always bring two shafts just in case you lose a tip on one of them. But yeah, they shoot well. Jacoby. And then we have all our Predator gear. We've got the Predator Strike jersey. I own 2. I am a fan. And they wear well, they look well, you get lots of good comments. You know, a lot of people were wearing them as team jerseys now. They're pretty good, pretty sleek team jersey. Then you've got the Predator Shadow hoodie. Oh, it's in my bag. I got the blue one right here. Poor Steve's got to listen to me talk about this.
Oh, no, all good.
And then we have the Predator Splice jackets. These are sharp jackets. I don't have one yet. I'm thinking to get one for my wife. But they, Grant had one on when he was here yesterday, and they look sharp. Of course, we have John and his gear. And then we got these shirts, the action shirts, which are, again, very sleek, nice designs, wear well, awesome for team jerseys, and give Jam Up a shout. Of course, the balls that they're playing with, the Arcos 2, and they're playing on Arcadia cloth. We will now get back to the action. You got through that pretty quick.
Yeah, I was impressed. I was just watching you do it.
Yeah, JB Case is great quality. You're right. St. Edward, Nebraska, in the house. Jeff Moeller, we saw you there yesterday, or earlier today. Glad to have you back. Watching from Dumaguete Negros Oriental. I have no idea where that is.
I'm glad that you tried to pronounce it instead of
Not
me.
you.
Yeah. Okay, so we got Ben here breaking now, so he's got the advantage back. You know, 3-2 up, breaking. He's doing a little couple of hip stretches. He might be doing some yoga in a minute. All right, let's see where this 8-ball goes. This is the one he's trying to make. And let's see the path the cue ball takes. It's going to hit right around where that chalk is on the left. That's where I'm guessing. And he didn't.
Again, both.
But that's not he didn't want to cross the line and go over the other side. You know, he was fortunate to not scratch, and he was fortunate to have the 2-ball roll over the hole. I mean, it's not an easy shot, but it's a shot that you can attempt.
Oh, he's got a full 8.5 feet there.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest problem with this shot is the 7 and the 9.
Yeah,
he's like, how do you negotiate that? He could, you know, roll it thin off the 2 and then bump off the 7. That's an option, and have the cue ball go up table a little bit and stay on the right side. I mean, it's, you know, level 10 toughness, but if he wants to shoot it, that's an option. I mean, he can't not shoot this here anyway, you know what I mean?
No, yeah.
So he may blast through these as well.
That's the other choice, right? Make sure you just get the ball up table.
Yeah, I'm like sat right behind the shot here. And it looks like it plays pretty decent to try and run into, you know, chip off the 7.
Okay.
That's exactly what he did, yeah. And I think, you know, if I can give him any criticism, I think he caught a little too much of it, than, you know, more of it than he wanted. But what a great shot. Yeah. But yeah, he was fully intending to do that.
Yeah, he was committed to that.
And now just one big shot here, bear down, and have the cue ball zip across the table a couple of times.
Oh, he hit that good.
Yeah.
Bounce. Oh,
yeah,
that seems to be diving down a little bit.
He's a little low, but again, he's okay. This is cuttable.
Yeah.
Just has to
Does
take
he have
care.
a side pocket? Any
Sorry?
side pocket where he's here or not?
I don't think he scratches in the side pocket. I think, you know, he cuts it in and goes above the side pocket. Speed's going to be a big thing here because he won't want to. This is a shot where the cue ball can get away from you.
Yeah.
So he's gonna. Yeah, he's thinking about the speed here, I think. Unless he finds a different way to play it, maybe he can open his stroke and really go like 3 rails. Like,
wow.
So he held it. So he loaded that up to hold it. Yeah, the natural path would have gone above the side pocket. So
right.
Yeah, this is a nice shot to, you know, it's not, you know, super easy to shoot, but it's you can kind of let your stroke out in it. Play this into the top right pocket with low left.
Yeah.
And have the cue go to the side rail and kill off the side rail and land on the head rail. Just like that.
Just like that. Okay, now he got a little deep, but he should still be okay to hold it for the 7.
Yeah, I think he can.
Up in the other side pocket-ish.
Yeah, he's looking at exactly where he wants it. And even there, it's not that steep really. And he wants angle anyway to get back down for the 9. So yeah, I think he's just gonna get down and roll it. Nice pocket speed. He cheated the pocket a little bit deliberately just to hold the cue ball up. It looked like it wobbled in, but that was by design. This tournament is not handicapped. The only, I guess, handicap you could call it, if it's not really a handicap, but they had a staggered entry fee. So based on your Fargo rate, they had tiered entries.
How perfect was that shot?
Oh, yeah, that was beautiful. He really pinched it to keep it nice and tight. And there it goes, 4-2 up.
Yep.
So yeah,
so you were saying the handicap was in the fee.
Yeah, exactly. So it was an open tournament. Everyone's playing, you know, the same races. No one's getting any racks, any balls, nothing like that. Yeah. And I like when they do, you know, like to attract more players to have a staggered entry fee because, you know, I get it. You know, if you feel that you're maybe not quite ready for a big tournament, and you know, but you can try your hand, and it's not going to cost you too much.
Yeah.
It's a good way to gain experience.
Well, and I heard of the 96 that confirmed players that were in the tournament. I think 43 were lower handicap players.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Stan's running out of games. He's got to stop the bleeding here. He made the wing ball, and
Good question. So what are the players' Fargos here? So Stan is, I think he's like a 727 or something.
Yeah, he's up there.
And I believe
Ben is around 728 or something.
I think he's like 730.
Oh, is he up there now?
Hold on. Yeah, you can find it. I think it's around there. I'm going to say 734 as a guess.
741.
741. Wow. There you go. And Stan T is, I think he's 727, just from my memory.
I think so. 722.
722. I'm guessing they just recently moved.
Yeah. 741 and 722. Yeah, but if you're paying, you know, 35 or 45 or 50 bucks or whatever, and you get 2 matches guaranteed.
Yep.
There were other lower level handicappers, so you could get paired up. I mean, it was a random draw, so you could get 3 matches in if you got paired up and you win.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's 9 ball as well, so anything can happen. Like, trust me, like I've played some players that they feel that they stand like less of a chance, but I've had some real big scares, from someone, they catch a gear and they play some good shots and, they get a roll here or there and, anything can happen. It's 9 ball.
Yeah.
So I would encourage anyone to get out there and play open tournaments. It will definitely elevate your game because, you're putting yourself under that pressure. It doesn't matter if so what? You might get run over by a good player, but you get to see the level and you surround yourself with it. And your game will improve just by osmosis, by being around that, So you don't have to do it all the time, but if a big tournament comes through your area and it's an open tournament, throw your hat in the ring and chalk it up to experience. I think, if I was an amateur golfer and the PGA Tour was coming through, my hometown, and I got to play and it cost me a couple of $100, I'd definitely play,
For sure. What a good try.
Yeah, exactly. You just hit the nail on the head. The experience you gain playing against the high-level players is worth the lower price of entry. Absolutely true. Yeah, so Ben was fortunate to get a roll and hook Stan, and Stan successfully kicked out.
Yep.
He's left a little teaser here for Ben. He just has to make sure he hits the top side of this 8 if he wants to go after it. I'm pretty sure he will.
So would you play it off the rail to catch it, or would you play it to cut it back?
So there you go.
Was the risk.
I would have done what he did. I would have tried to play directly into it, because if you go to the rail, you're catching it on the way up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was probably just thinking, overcut it slightly, so that overcut it for the making angle if the 8 ball wasn't there, and just hit the top side of that 8. He probably was thinking he wanted the 1 ball to like kind of stay up over the corner pocket, so he didn't want to hit it too thin. Stan's hooked again, but he might make this kick here. Yeah, he was chasing the 8, I believe.
I think so. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Probably try and...
All right, what do you like here for a safety if he has to shoot a safety? I don't think the 1 goes. He's taking a little look here.
Oh, yeah, I don't think it goes.
Yeah, it's kind of an awkward one. Do you just like send the 1 ball up table and try and put the cue ball behind the 3, or even further behind the 6, or even just like don't try and jam it on one of those and just put the... Well, it looks like he's going off to something here. He's checking it in the side.
He can take it to the corner.
Oh, yeah?
Wow. Good try.
Yeah, yeah, he had a clean pocket. I couldn't tell from the screen.
Yeah, that was a good try. He didn't miss by much.
Okay. what Stan got here. This cue, if he's cutting this one in, the cue ball's going to be moving, so he's got to find a nice line for it. He could potentially follow it with high left and come all the way around the world. Maybe play the 3-up table into the right corner, or even go further and play the 3-8 combo.
Yeah, we've had this discussion on Q Sports Live many times. You're right. I mean, there's some people that say, even though you're gonna, get that experience and so on, nobody wants to give away their money. But you got to look at it, with a different mindset than that. There is experience. There's again, experience in a number of ways. Experience from learning, but experience from just rubbing shoulders with these guys. And if you had a chance to go skate on the ice with some NHL hockey players, there's people that pay it. There's people that pay to go backstage for backstage passes for concerts, to rub shoulders with, musicians and things like that. It's the same kind of thing here. You get that. Oh, that was a big miss.
Yeah, it wasn't super easy though. It was like, it wasn't super easy. It wasn't super difficult, but it was no gimme.
Yeah.
And someone here in the chat is saying here, about having a fair chance to win it as opposed to getting run over by a pro is better for your game than showing up and sitting in your chair for 2 matches. Confidence comes from winning. I agree with that. I would say try and find tournaments that, you can play where most of the players are around your ability, right, so that you can get that feeling of winning, but also once in a while stepping out and, taking a chance and seeing what you can do. You got to mix it up. And I even say, if you're going to practice with people, try and practice with people who are better than you, and they'll raise your game up, and then also try and play players who you're the better player, and you're going to be winning, so you don't lose that feeling of winning, so you have to do both. So yeah, I agree with that. But I wouldn't shy away from playing a tournament because you feel like you don't really stand a chance, or if that's your mentality, I say this all the time, pool, on paper, one Fargo rate should beat another, but it's lucky that pool isn't played on paper,
That's right.
Especially 9-ball, like you can, funky things can happen.
Yeah, exactly, Blaine. We've all thrown away money.
And yeah, also, yeah, if you win with a spot, it doesn't feel near as good if you snap off an upset. Yeah, that's the other thing. You don't need to win the tournament. You can play it. You might play a great player and come close or beating them, and that's that's a great feeling. Okay, nice. Well, you know what?
Wow.
Stan didn't make the rail there, but Ben didn't notice.
Oh, he didn't make the rail?
Yeah, I don't believe he did. I looked at the, we've got like a delayed replay thing here.
Yeah.
And, oh, actually, he might have caught the 3 on the way in, so maybe he did make the rail.
Right.
He came behind it, but I think he caught it. He thinned it on the way in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, excuse me on that one. That was a brain fart.
Yeah, Mason said he made the rail.
Yeah, thanks, Mason. Yeah, he skimmed the 3 and then kicked it. I didn't see him skimming it on the way in. Okay, sorry everyone in the chat beating up on me. I made an error.
He qualified it earlier. He said when he's doing it, when he's commentating on TV, he can't see the shots. Come on, guys.
He thinned it on the way. Yeah, we got it. He grazed it. He grazed the 3. I'm just making sure that everyone in the chat is awake. That's what I'm doing.
This was by design.
Yeah, but had he not grazed it, it would have been a foul.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a commanding lead now. Short race, 5-2. Ben's on fire.
Yeah, he caught it on the way in, then hit it again. Yeah, okay. Thanks, everyone.
You know that...
I do know the rules of pool.
Well, yeah, you know that Steven finished 5-6 in this tournament, right? You know that he's an over 700.
Well, it's because I kept calling fouls on my opponents. That's how I was doing it. It's like, you didn't make a rail. And I sounded convincing, I guess. Okay, so this is starting to feel ominous.
Yeah, this is.
I'm not right in standoff, but I'm just, Ben's really got something going here. Wing ball in, one ball in, four ball in, and
2 ball perched. Well, not quite perched, but
yeah, he's really sucky on this 2 ball, isn't he? Yeah, no, I think I'm looking at it in real life versus the TV, and it actually looks a little bit easier from when I'm looking at it in real life. I think he can just, slightly. You might want to just throw it in.
Yeah,
he doesn't need to. But he can come down the table as far as he wants, really. Like he doesn't need to really hold it too much.
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah, it's just focus on making the ball.
What does Grant say? Duck soup? This is pretty set up.
Yeah, I've never understood that saying.
I don't either.
Yeah.
But he says it, so I just repeat.
I think it's one of those things that people hear and other people say it, and no one knows the origins.
No one knows.
If anyone knows in the chat, let us know. I'd like to learn something today.
Yeah, he's going up and down a little bit, but these are easy shots for Ben.
Yeah, he's okay here. I think he would have preferred to come down maybe another 6 inches, but he's fine.
I see my wife. My wife is watching, so I got to give a shout out to my wife. Hey, my love, we're almost done. I'll be home soon. It's been a long weekend. Yeah, he's just stroking so good.
He's got that little weird angle where if he draws back, he's drawing along the rail, but
right.
He's fine. But he would have preferred to just be nearer the rail or slightly further away from there. He's got that perfect, annoying angle.
So you think he'd go forward with it?
I think he'll pull this back a little bit. He might be able to keep it away from the rail a little bit if he just throws it. Yeah,
just like that.
Yeah, I don't think he even needed to throw it. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he does. It means the balls are laying wide open. Well, yeah, we knew that's how we used it. I want to know where it came from.
Why is it called duck soup?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ben's break has been superior to everybody in the tournament. Now he did tell me.
Well,
he did tell me that he worked on it all week, so he knew that spot. He says he prefers to break from the right side.
Oh, that's what it was. He knew what table was going to be the TV table.
Yep.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Yep. Little bit of home field advantage there. He's on the hill, but yeah, he says he prefers to break from the other side, but he couldn't make any balls. He went over here and he's making it every time. So that's what he went with. And that makes total sense. I mean, if you know that, you might as well. But, again, when he was playing Jesse was breaking from the same side, and he wasn't making the balls. So it's his comment there was he thought Jesse was maybe a little quick pulling the rack away. He wasn't making sure that it was
when I played Ben, I was struggling to make balls. I was getting them pretty tight. I was, with the real rackets, sometimes impossible to get them perfect. But yeah, at one point I said to Ben, "Hey, can you come and rack the balls for me?"
Yeah, he told me that.
Yeah, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
See, look, this Stan makes a ball on the break, and it was nice. He opened them real nice, but this is just how it goes. The pool gods are working against him. Nice open break, but he doesn't get a good shot on the one.
Apologize. Quote of the weekend: apologizing to your wife.
Okay, so the meaning for duck soup is an easy task to do. So that part we got, but
where did it come from? What's
its but we appreciate the Googling.
Well, Ben has a commanding lead now.
There we go. Perhaps it's because all the balls are sitting ducks, and that makes for an easy start to duck soup for dinner.
I can live with that one.
Oh, it started way back when. One of those grantisms, kind of like Holy Hannah.
Oh.
Well, that was a good shot there by Stan. He Got the cue ball in behind the 3. He's this jump cue that Ben has. I played a few shots with it. It's incredible. You know what? I think he's going to make this ball. I'm gonna call it right now. And again, my commentating calls are terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like he can.
Yeah, there's
Looks like he's got a piece of it.
just enough to actually make it. So if he's going to make it, he's going to be taking the paint off that 4 ball.
Yeah, it was a great try. Jim Orzel. I only know Duck Soup as a Marx Brothers movie. Okay. Oh, he had lots of ball there.
Nicely done. How's he going to get a roll? There we go.
I think so.
I think he was.
That's his first break.
He was, yeah, he was due a little rub. He's smiling.
Yep.
Well, if you can make this 6-3, and he's got the break, and he can do damage with that and make it 6-4, you know, he's back in the game.
Back in the game.
He needs to slow up here. He's okay.
Yep.
Nicely negotiated. Played it with confidence. He knew he had a line where he wasn't going to scratch.
Come off the rail.
Yeah, he wanted to get underneath his 5. He didn't want to get straight in, but I think he was concentrating so hard on leaving an angle that he got too much.
Albino down the subway. I said down the albino subway, but yeah, you got it. Albino down the subway.
So he's going to go 3 rails here. 1, 2, and 3, and
perfect.
Oh, he left himself just awful here, didn't he?
I wish all my shots weren't like this.
Yeah. I wish I played as awful as Stan does.
Back and soft. Oh no.
And watch out, cue ball. Here we go.
Oh no.
This is how it's going to be won.
Oh no.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes the Len Memorial Tournament 2023.
Wow.
I don't think Ben was expecting
Ben
that.
Francis. Clapping all around. And a great second place finish for Stan Tourangeau. He was a beast in a B final. He just ran into a buzzsaw in Ben Francis. So we now know who gets these. Ben gets the bigger one and Stan gets the runner-up. And we know the names going on this. We already knew that. But the top name will be Ben Francis and the bottom name will be Stan Tourangeau.
Thanks for coming today, buddy.
Thank you. And what an exciting tournament. What a great turnout. Everybody's going over to give Ben and Stan.
Yeah, it's been a great tournament.
Yeah.
I've thoroughly enjoyed it, even though I would have thoroughly enjoyed to win a couple more matches, but really happy for Ben. He played great all weekend. Can't fault him. He looked like the man to beat.
Yeah, Lou, I mean, what a clinic. He wasn't missing any shots. And to be fair to Stan, I mean, he didn't get any luck either. You know, take a look at that shot there. I mean, we thought that was going to be in. The fact that he missed and then scratched, I mean, who knew? Yeah. Okay, well, let's get rid of these.
So that's Stan missing that 9 ball. I'm going to ask him about it. I'm wondering if the natural cue wall angle was tracking towards the side and he tried to take that out. Good job, buddy.
Good job. We've got Ben right beside us. I don't know if he wants to say anything.
I'm going to step aside to let Ben in.
Yeah. So does anybody have any questions or you want to say anything to Ben? We've got a lot of congratulations for you, Ben, but
I just want to thank everyone for see if I can hold it together here. Thanks everybody for tuning in, of course. Without you guys, it's not even worth watching, right? So, whew.
Yeah, you're bringing tears to my eyes, man.
I'm so mixed feelings about how that finished.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I wanted to earn it. I felt like I did, but I didn't want it to end like that.
You
know?
earned it, man. You earned it.
Okay, I'm okay now.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for watching, and a huge thank you to Larry Walper.
Yes.
Stephanie Toy, all the amazing sponsors.
We'll run them through
Sonia,
one more time.
my boss.
Yeah.
She did great. The staff here was amazing.
They were.
Had my back, you know, so I could play. Was great. And of course you, Dan, you you did lots, and without you sitting here, I'm scrambling to find somebody to do commentary, and it's
pleasure.
It's really hard, you know. But and this guy.
Yep.
Nick's Q Innovation. Buy his brake jump shaft. It's absolutely unreal. If you guys saw, I was jumping good. I was feeling really good about my brake the whole tournament. I think that's what won it for me. And I've always had not the best brake. So
your brake was...
buy a Nick's Jump Q because it really works. If it works for me and I can brake good, then anybody can brake good, right?
Ben, I don't know that I saw a brake that you didn't make a ball. I know you scratched once.
I scratched a couple times. In this match, I think, yeah, I broke perfect every time.
Yeah,
well, not perfect, but I broke really good every time.
Yeah.
So Larry wants to get a photo. I'm going to step off. Thanks again, Dan, and thanks, you know, once again for everybody watching. I appreciate you guys a lot.
He does.
Cheers, everyone.
Yeah. Congratulations, Ben. I'll just keep running a couple of these through, and then we will see what's happening. Oh, hold on. We've got some. Let's get this out. Let's get this out here. I wonder if this is a better angle. No, there's nothing there. Oh, let me see if I can get the PTZ. That's what I'll do. I'll get the PTZ down looking at that. Trying to see what everybody's doing. Hold on. Oh, no, the other way. Hold on. Oops. Geez, getting a little carried away there. There we go. There's the winner. Zoom back. It's quite emotional about this. Len was somebody special in his life. Here's Stan. Oops. I got to do this. There we go. There's our third place finisher. Jesse Nowak had a great tournament. He was on fire. Ran into Stan, who's a buzzsaw, in the B final. But Stan ran into his match in the A final. There's the big trophy. Thank you, Brian Siwick. Thank you, Brian. We got it. Woo! Way to go, Ben. We got you. Thank you, everybody. I think we will call this a stream. And there we go. Thanks, man. Yep. All right. We're going to call this out. So on behalf of Q Sports Live, on behalf of Grant Zemp, myself, Dan Clark, Ben Francis, the whole Stephanie Toy, the whole Q Sports Live crew, we thank you for watching. And congratulations, Ben Francis, once again. Congratulations, Stan Taranjo, for solid second place. And Jesse Nowak. Those are your top 3. I think we're going to be out. Thanks to all our sponsors.